Hello, my name is Derek Sneddon, and I'm here with LangHui, and Rebecca Winn to present to you E.R.I.K.A, or Empathetic Reciprocating Intelligent Connection Agent for long. E.R.I.K.A is a mental health chatbot that sometimes we need if life is getting to us and it is making us really, really exhausted. It is there to help. And it is not there to replace a counselor or a psychologist or someone who is an expert in that field, but she is there to help you through your day, whether it's been a bad day, a good day, or you just need someone to talk to. This was our CodeCamp 2021 project, and I, Derek Sneddon, was the full stack and the project lead on the project. So to make a quick demo of E.R.I.K.A, we have on the left, we have our basic web interface that we programmed where we can log in and using some RESTful methods. Then we could sign in here, and this is the intended interface that we have to communicate with E.R.I.K.A with. Now, we didn't, unfortunately, have enough time to finish this out, and we were running into a lot of bugs, so that's where this Flask interface comes in that I wrote and built. And you, for example, E.R.I.K.A says hi, I'm going to say hi back. Okay, how am I feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good today. Yeah, things are going well. And then she talks about, hey, it's great to hear. One of the ways to feel more connected with yourself is to focus on your breath and to take a long, deep breath. She has lots of tips and tricks for just how to deal with life. And let's say it made me feel a little better, right? Good. Okay. And she has us run through another exercise where we can talk about coming to center with our body and doing a body scan, which is really important. And we did actually get some assistance from Rebecca's sister, who is a professional in this industry. So while this isn't 100% guaranteed to be clinically approved, we did go to some legitimate source material. Let's say I had some less tension, right? Things are going really well. And she ends up talking some more and keeps walking you through different things. And there's lots of different branching paths you can take. And the idea here is that, and Rebecca will talk more about this with the training, is that she is very particular with her responses because mental health is such a delicate issue for people. And that was one of the challenges, was to ensure that the bot wouldn't respond poorly. It wouldn't, in the machine learning process, it wouldn't learn to do things that are inappropriate as to upset our user. That was really, really important to us. So here I'll demonstrate part of what I wrote. So we were using the Chatbot Python library, especially because this was our first foray into machine learning. And we have, I initially built the bot. Then what ended up happening was Rebecca trained the bot. So you could see here that we had a default response set that we ended up not using later down the line because we ended up figuring out, well, Rebecca ended up figuring out, I should give her all the credit, how to build this tree of responses based off of how the user responds and finding the best answer to correlate with it. Now, obviously, this can be expanded upon, and if we were to work in the future, we would be working really hard to find the best matching answers. But for now, well, we do have a best match imported into the logic of our logic adapter on the chatbot. For now, this is how it functions, and we handle the inputs. We did have some stuff. We first made it for the terminal, and then later we integrated it into the web. Now, this is the Flask version of that. It's a bit simpler, but its main goal is to just work with Flask. And that's what I did in the end because we were just trying to have something we could really show with the judges with a web interface that we could be really proud of, which we were. And I also worked on these scripts here, and the app.js and the script.js, and where we were getting responses from the users as well. That is part of my role on the team.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Winn, and my role in this project was full stack. I created the login page, intro page, and chat page using CSS, HTML, and the Bootstrap framework. After Derek created the base chatbot, I trained the chatbot to respond appropriately to the user, giving them tips to relax and assess where they are mentally while continuing offering them tips. I also tested our server's REST API on the front end throughout the development of E.R.I.K.A.
Hi, my name is LangHui. I'm the backend guy in the team, and during this project, I mainly focus on the servers. Let's take a look at our servers file. And here we can see we're using E.R.I.K.A and connect to database and different feature in our server. We will create a user with a unique username and password and hash the password into the database. Because the username is unique, so before we create a new user or update the user name, we will do a search in the database to see if it's like any exceeded username. If we cannot find one, then it's update or create successfully. If there's already one created, then we return false and let user just try again with a new username. And we can see there's a second database that we store the checking history. And whenever the front end or the user supply the backend the username or user ID, we can send it back to the corresponding chatting history. And when we're back to the README document, we can see there's other different API in the server support. Here is the user related API, and the bottom is the chatting history API. Okay, thank you.
To wrap things up, Benjamin Betts also helped us with his DevOps skills using Docker containers to help manage our packages, which was a really complicated issue which he managed to help orchestrate so we could keep coding on top of our game. We really think that E.R.I.K.A could help a lot of people, especially considering coming out of the pandemic and with such a mental health crisis, and we plan to work on this in the future. This was our CodeCamp 2021 project. Our GitHub is down below in the description. Thank you.